been a few days. So we had a business to run and we had other projects to work on. So we're going to get back to this real quick. I think we just grabbed this a little too hard, so I'm going to put that back together. So if you notice it wibbling, that's wibbly wobbly. We need to put the tanks together. Tanks have to get put together in order to, just get them prepped and ready for sub-assembly. And then we're going to get onto the upper body. That's basically where we are. Let's get back to it. Problem is with some of these molds is that they put the mold line right on some like bits where they have like little nubs and shit. And you're like, well, how am I supposed to, clean that up if you're going to make me also semi-ruin the model in that way? I'm leaving it alternating the spikes so that I don't cover up that, so I can paint it. All right. Four tanks down. Now we're gonna figure out what else we're gonna do. All right, so we're gonna skip putting all the things together, all the stacks. There's a lot of stacks I need to put together. We'll do that off camera, but we are gonna put this together and then we're gonna mod this to take a magnet so that we can use either the skull hurler or the Hades Gatling cannon. So we'll do that there. All right, so we've gotten to a point. We got the right arm done, most of the body done, so looking pretty good. Head's ready to go on. Just got to put the piece there. But we got to the skull hurler and the Hades Gatling cannon, and I've noticed because the inside is hollow. See how that's hollow? Each cannon option has a face, and then it's hollow on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount a magnet on the front, right? Not on the front, sorry, on the inside, right, of this piece right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up with, green stuff. I'm going to fill in with green stuff here and then recess a magnet here that's set at the reverse polarity of the one that's going to be in here. And then I can use both weapons and there's no dremeling or anything like that. I don't have to put more time or effort into it because that's all it needs to do, because it has a pin, a centering pin, if you want to call it that, if you can see, on both of these weapons. And when you put this piece together, there's a centering thing there. So I'll have a way to center it up, make sure it's level and even, it should be, but then also the magnet will be where it needs to go. So I'm going to do that, put that together for this, but I'm going to set that aside since we have a plan for that. And I'm going to continue on and get the last of the upper body done, and then start figuring out like how much of the accoutrement I can put on the tanks, because these tanks have things that are going to be sticking off the sides of them and stuff, because a lot of this needs to get put on so I can base coat and everything. The only parts that don't need to be put on is anything I can't reach. And that's really why I'm doing this, is because I want to be able to get the details in where I need to get the details in. I may be overthinking it, but this is how you learn. This is how you learn about how to do the process, on how to figure out what doesn't work for you and what does work for you. You just got to try it. Go for it. Like, feel free to fuck it up, because if you're not going to fuck it up, you're not going to learn. Plain and simple. So, believe me, take it from a fuck up. Fuck up. You know? Okay. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the next stuff done. Good morning. It's been a few days. I've had some time to assess. Don't worry about this project. So we're on this. It's the arm. So we want to be able to use both versions of the skull hurlers, both versions of the weapon, skull hurler and the Gatling. So I need to do something about the back, right? So what I've figured out is that it's hollow, right? So I can put a magnet at the bottom. It'll help pull the two against the magnet on the inside. Doesn't even need to be attached. There's a trick someone showed me. It's an amazing trick. So it just rattles, and then when we put the gun on. So yeah, it's gonna work really well. So what I've decided is, here we're going to use some sprue pieces, just fill in this gap a little so that I can bring up the green stuff. So I don't have to use a lot of green stuff in order to fill and put the magnet at the lip, because it's gonna need to go like right up to that edge. If you can see, it's got like a lip. So I gotta bring the green stuff all the way up. Just gonna cut a few sprue bits. I'm gonna stick them in here, use some plastic glue, adhere them, level it off, put some green stuff there. The green stuff's there just to cradle and get a firm and even layer. So, all right, let's get to it. Let's talk about green stuff. 2-part epoxy. I don't think it's considered an actual epoxy. I wouldn't trust doing anything on those. Basically, it comes out to the consistency of the plastic that you're going to be using it with, and it's great. It's good for projects like this. Multiple uses. You know, you can really mold this hobby to your liking with a little bit of this. You can really kit bash, man. Okay, so there's stuff called Milliput too. It's the same idea. So it comes wrapped in a plastic, and the two sides shouldn't meet if at all possible, because they'll start to harden. And you're like, but Doug, wait, aren't they touching? Yeah, there's a little piece of plastic that's in between these two things. Sometimes you'll find it when you're squeezing it and turning it into the green stuff. It'll be hard. I can feel it, and you'll just peel it out or leave it in. It won't make a difference. You don't have to worry about polarity matching when doing this, because the one inside is just going to be free moving. It'll just match up to the polarity that it is set on the guns, so it'll be nice. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it's already like sucked up there, and that seems to work. Okay, so violently shaking it, it's gonna fall apart. All right, so note to self, don't violently shake it. Good to know. Dope. Not bad. I'm gonna do it a couple more times though. Not bad. Okay, I'm just gonna let them cure now. Well, hello. Another day, another shirt. All right, so we've been hard at work. We got these done, tanks. pretty much where we want so that they're prepped. We got a lot of the accessories on here, smokestacks, that kind of stuff. Green stuffed a couple spots that we didn't like. We got the gun all set up. So we got a magnet in there now. Wow, let me get that on the camera. So yeah, we got the magnet under there now. You can hear it rattling around in there, and then when it's ready to go, it just clicks on there. So it's very dope. Super simple. All right, so next part, I'm gonna mask areas. I'm gonna put masking so I can prime. So I'm just gonna mark everywhere that it's gonna match up on the tanks, on the tank, and on him. We're gonna put on some liquid mask. I haven't used that before, so it'll be a learning curve for me. We're gonna put on some liquid mask on the places that I need to put glue down on, and then we're gonna try to prime this thing and get going on it. All right, let's do it. So here it is. This is from Green Stuff World, liquid mask. So there's warnings, easily removed masking fluid, reserved exclusively for professional use. We're professionals here, obviously. Been a professional forever, okay? Woo, it's got an odor to it, that's for sure. You know, we're giving it a go. We've never done it before, so. Not bad. All right, we're gonna let those dry. It doesn't say how long. Oh yeah, it's already drying. I'm gonna rinse this off. I'm gonna let this masking dry, and then we're gonna probably get to priming. I'm gonna figure out what we're gonna prime. Probably just gonna do straight black and white with some, just a typical thing, couple coats, get it done. If you like this content, please hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button, let the algorithm know I exist. Other than that, you have a wonderful day.